The old Western movies of the 1960s and 70s told some of the best stories. One of those good ones is where the retired lawman or old gun for hire has to save a defenseless town from ruthless enemies. He ends up recruiting his own motley crew or trains up the citizens himself to defend themselves. On a different frontier, their modern church made up of mostly Native Americans, Glorieta Baptist Church, we find a similar story. A story to celebrate. A story with less guns and horses, but the same fight. Instead of the mayor or farmers doing the recruiting, the Lord himself called on Lecky McIntosh and his family. He served as senior pastor of Glorieta Baptist twice. In May of 2021, he got to retire from holding firm in the fire following a world pandemic. Under his leadership, many were trained to defend the congregation, but instead of a Steve McQueen character, we find Dylan Mateo. He's not a slick, shooting, smooth gambler, but Dylan was raised to lay out all his cards on the table for the Lord and to just shoot it straight.
When did you feel that God was calling you?
Probably from a fairly early age, I guess. I just saw that things needed to be done, and even as a child, like, well, so an older person will take care of that. That can be done, and it was something that's like Dylan. There's no reason why you can't do it. So what? There is no reason why I can't do that. And so I asked, can I give this a try? And there's probably Shirley and Emerson. They said, why not? If you want it, you're willing to try it, we'll give you a chance. That was 10 years ago. I would see the praise team on stage and just how they worked and stuff, and I was like, well, that would be cool to be able to do all that kind of stuff. I was like, I'm young. They're all to me they're professionals, and now that I'm in it, I know we're not. And eventually they're looking for someone to run the PowerPoint, and I was like, well, I can do that. I know how to press a button. So I started running the PowerPoint, and that was probably 4th, 5th grade or so. Then our drummer, Cheryl, she ended up moving to a different church. And, it's like, well, who's going to play drums? No one here plays drums and stuff. And, there was this kind of like almost a burden, I guess. It was like, Dylan, someone's got to do this. You should probably do this. And so I went, Mom took me to lessons and stuff. And of course, at the time I'm thinking, I'm just amazing and stuff. And, now that I think about it, it's only the Lord, because there's no way that I'm good at just picking stuff up and learning something that quickly. I was the drummer for I don't know how long, and then Emerson and Shirley, they stepped down from being pastors, and they left, and I thought, well, we have a guitar player, we don't need piano or nothing, we could be one of those new churches now. And again, it was just like this burden that, Dylan, you go play the piano, you can do that. I said, Lord, there's no way I can do that. Well, I go to Ted's one day for dinner and eating, and as I'm leaving, I run into Tyrone Smith, who is the old music director for Glorieta way back when, before I was born. he says, and just no prompting or anything like that, he says to me, "Hey, if you ever want singing lessons or piano lessons, call me." And I said, who have you been talking to know that I was maybe looking for piano lessons? And and he had just offered. So then the Lord opened that door right there in Ted's. So God can work anywhere, if you didn't know that. So it was just the Lord that just took over and gave me the ability just to do this. I still can't read the music. I can follow along a little better than I used to, but just every time I play, it's just the Lord just working through me. So I say all that just to say that just from a young age, I've always felt this burden to be a part in the music somehow, whether it's PowerPoint, the music, singing, playing. And for 10 years now, I've done something like that just every Sunday. So
our favorite Western characters didn't just become great writers or great shooters. They had to start from somewhere. They had to take chances. The best characters showed the most heart in the thickest part of the battle. Similarly, in the church, people are appointed or selected for certain tasks based on their willingness to place Christ first, no matter how thick the battle is in the world.
And I had a $5 bill in the visor that blew out the window. And I complained about it all the way home. When we got there, he come downstairs with a $5 bill. He said, "Here."
He replaced it. Yeah.
He replaced it. Well, he wasn't a handful. He was just always seemed mindful back then. He gets that from his mom.
Dylan is my youngest child. He's been in this church all of his life. When he was 3 years old, 2 or 3, I guess, we used to have singing on the 5th Sunday, and he wanted to sing. And so CR was here then, and he called Dylan's name, and Dylan went up there and jumped up there and turned around and saw everybody, and then he went and stopped, and he didn't sing. And I had to go up there and get him, and we sang "Jesus Loves Me" together. And that was his first time being in front of an audience or singing or anything musical like that. And as you can tell, he's grown a lot, and now he's not afraid anymore. And I just thank God for him and for his life and what he means to this church and to me. And I certainly appreciate him. I know God will take care of him. I love him so much. Love all my kids. Thank you. Just pray for him.
I'd say there's a lot of great things about Dylan, but the number one thing that comes to mind is he's always trying his best for the people around him. Like, I think a lot of times we forget how much he does for the church and how much he does for his family and everything he does. And we ask so much of people like that, and it's such a blessing to have people like that. And we're going to really miss that when he's gone. And I'm going to miss that in my life because we talk all the time, text, and he always finds a way to ask me something about my life, make me feel special, or we can just get together and talk, and it's a good time. And I realize that his time is precious to him because he's got to do so much stuff for other people, but he makes me feel special in that regard. Another thing, speaking about Dylan, is he always finds a way to include God into the conversation, or Christ. And I realize now how big that is when you're just goofing around and stuff, because it reinforces a lot of what we learn in church. It's like, we'll just be hanging out, and talking, and he'll relate it to a Bible story, or he'll relate it to a character in the Bible, and relate to Jesus and how it affects our lives. And it's like that reinforcement every day just get you to think about Christ, and that reflects on Dylan. And I'm gonna miss you, Dylan, and thank you for all the work you do for the church. Thank you for all the work you've done in my life. I appreciate you as one of my best friends, and I know this isn't the last time we're gonna see each other, so you have a good time in Memphis.
Dylan did not believe that I could sing. And so, like, when Robert brought me up here, he's like, this is the person that we met at Falls Creek this one time. And Dylan's like, that's not true. So that's like always been Dylan and I's relationship. He never believes in me. He doesn't think that I'm any good. Just kidding. No, he's a great friend. Dylan has really been receptive ever since LJ and I came. I'm really thankful to have someone like Dylan in our lives. Little did I know that he would become one of our best friends, and I'm very thankful for his life and what he's done and what God is continuing to do through him. And we will continue to pray for whatever it is that God leads him to. So we're very thankful for Dylan and his life.
Hey Dylan, just want to say thank you for everything you do, and we're gonna miss you so much, and I don't know what we're gonna do without you, but we'll try to hold it all together until you get back. Just thank you for everything that you do. You do so much around here. Like, you're interwoven. We probably won't even know all the stuff that you do till you're gone. And I know we've been kind of saying, oh, he's gonna go, and then, but now it's like really happening. So it just feels really weird. But I'm gonna miss you, and I'll try to keep in touch with you. We need to come visit you. I'm excited to go visit you where you're at, and thank you so much.
I said, Dylan does everything. I said, I don't know what I'm going to do without him when he's gone. And that's all I can say, or I'm going to cry.
Can you go ahead and cry?
No.
Oh.
No, we don't want to do that. I lost my son.
You're really funny on the group chat when you text.
What?
It took him like a year.
Bye.
All right, Dylan, thank you for being a mentor to me and the other boys.
Thank you, Dylan, for endless joys fun.
What about this young youth with the 9 o'clock shadow?
That's all I have to say.
What is that?
I just want to say, to all the members of Glorieta that have been there since I was young, and even our newer members and stuff that I only recently joined and stuff, I really do appreciate every one of you and your encouragement. Some of you I know better than others and stuff, but all of you have been just so encouraging. Just even when I left last year to go lead at another church, lead their music for a while, people that I just weren't really, I didn't know that well. You came up and embraced me and just told me how proud you were of me. And, all of y'all have been doing that just all these years and stuff. And that probably just means the most to me, the love that you've shown. You kind of hear church people, they're judgmental and they're mean and they just think down on everyone else. But everyone here at this church, I just firmly believe, is just a true believer and just showing God's love in everything they do. And you're a church that just loves anyone, no matter what. And so I really just appreciate all of y'all.
Many of those old films, the cowboy rides away. Tired, he's a little banged up, but changed. Sometimes he's at peace. Sometimes the good Lord calls on more than one rider to find a new horizon. While he may be young, Dylan has given his entire lifetime to service to God and his church. We'll miss you, partner. We'll pray for you every day.
Just come back, Dylan. Come back.